There is an old story from around AD 30. The story came, it is said, from the lips of the son of a carpenter who grew to become a nomadic rabbi, one who taught like no one else. And this teacher, increasing in influence, painted pictures with his words, pictures that contained truth and meaning, pictures that were not meant to entertain, but to change the world. Like an artist skillfully moving their brush, he begins to paint. And he paints a shepherd in a field, and he paints a flock of restless sheep. The twilight sky is darkening as evening approaches, and with every muted stroke of the brush, the picture emerges. There's tension in the piece beneath the brushstrokes, written into the shepherd's wise and knowing gaze. One of the sheep has wandered off, is lost. His listeners were familiar with the image. This was their world. This sort of thing happened. They knew the dangers, the cost. Who among you, this teacher asks, having 100 sheep, if one is lost, will not leave the 99 and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And who among you, when found, will not lay that sheep on your shoulders and carry it home with great joy? He was talking their language, and yet there was more. The story was meant to point beyond itself to something bigger, something truer, something deeper. It's about sheep, but at the same time, it's not really. It's about a shepherd, but at the same time, it's not really. It's about something more. Lostness and foundness. It's about the deep sense of feeling incomplete, the search that we all go on for satisfaction, wholeness, peace. It's about the lostness that we sense in our hearts that all other distractions have failed to contain, what we feel in our most honest, least masked moments. We all feel something of this. What am I doing here? And in the vastness of that question, we feel lost. It's about the deep human need in the people that this rabbi could see. But it's also about you, and it's also about me. We experience lostness in 1,000 different ways. We are the sheep. But it's only half the story. There is also a shepherd who goes after the sheep, who leaves everything to find it, and when he does, gently picks it up, puts it on his shoulders, and carries it home. This shepherd goes into the wild to find the sheep, to find us, to turn our sorrow into joy, our heartbreak into hope, our lostness into foundness. This shepherd, this great hope for our deepest ache, is the God who comes after us, the God who comes to us, the God who carries us home. It's just a little story, but it points to something bigger. The story of a God so full of love that he would stop at nothing, leave everything, in order to find us. And the way it begins is so well known it can almost be missed. It begins with some shepherds watching their flocks in the fading light. It begins in a stable with the baby's cry, announcing into the silent night that God has come, that God has run, that God is here with us.